Jesus Freak here. So I guess the question is, what would I do if I were forced to find another platform to host my content? Now, I'm a programmer, a video encoder, and a web designer, and a lot of this I've done for decades. So I have a lot of the expertise where if I had to, I could probably just start hosting things myself. But I understand that not everyone can do that. I have some servers that I've been paying for years. Every so often I'd swap out and get a newer server. I'd probably need a little help on the web development end to wire in a comment system or to somehow make automatic file names, I guess, for stuff. So I think I could probably do it. I'm hoping I don't have to. I guess it's one of those cases, hope for the best, plan for the worst. But I think if I had to, I could probably work out alternate arrangements. As for the front end, I would probably base it on some code I've already written. It doesn't have the comments system in. There's no way to, create the arbitrary file names. But I've done a lot of the design work as part of being able to host host, because it's not actually hosted on my site. It's still hosted on YouTube. But I have a front end to it on my own site. The weekly Bible readings, you can access them by fnjesusfreak.com/thisweek.htm, and it comes up with the YouTube video with a frame around it. So I'd probably have to relearn a couple things about setting up a player front end, and I'd need to rig it up with a comment system. Most likely I'd see if I could use Discus, because that's what I use for another website already. I'm personally not worried. I do get a little inflammatory. I think there's other channels out there that are far more inflammatory than I am. As for a certain someone I know that got a strike, I think it was because he had you get bigger channel, you get a lot more haters, like I said. And I think someone took personal offense. Which, when you say something a lot of people aren't going to agree with, it might even be true, but they aren't going to like it, and they're probably going to react pretty strongly. I've gotten some reactions to my more anti-Catholic videos, for example. But we can't go around just saying, oh, trying to be unoffensive. It's a known fact that some of the things we have to talk about are going to offend people. I could recite the Apostles' Creed and some people would be offended. And from my analysis, there's nothing untrue about that. Some people would argue about that because, it's not theopneustos, it's just one person or some people's interpretations of Scripture. But it happens to be an interpretation I agree with. I could read the Apostles' Creed, and some people might be offended. Do I think they'd be offended enough to stick me with a community strike? Probably not. I think I've been fortunate. Maybe one of these days I won't be so fortunate. Right now, I'm not worried. But maybe I should, prepare for that situation. I don't think it's inevitable. But it's not out of the realm of possibility that it might happen. Jesus freak out.